Sometimes I'm always so critical sa akin, sa self ko, na I would always use um, a lot of parang I'd be very critical lang sa mga bagay na ginagawa ko and the word fake always pops up. I had a really I don't know there are times last night na I just kept on repeating sa utak ko na I am this fake artist. Kasi I've always viewed myself as an artist, no? Parang sa buhay ko, ang daming avenues wherein I was inspired o talagang nililihis ako ng Lord sa kung sa what avenues to take or ano ba talaga yung purpose ko. Kasi, teka, i-swing ko lang tong electric pan ah. Okay na. Kasi parang, nung high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And even in college, parang hindi naman ako ganun kaseryoso. Nung high school, I only had one goal. Isa lang yung iniisip ko is graduate on time. Parang hindi ko iniisip yung I need to find the job. And sometimes nga, I felt privileged, no? In retrospect, I didn't feel the privilege before kasi what do I know? Parang nasa utak ko lang ay mag-graduate on time because I don't wanna be late. Yun naman yung parang nagmo-motivate sa akin to keep studying hard and to keep my grades up. And din keep my grades up just enough. Yung hindi ko kailangan maging top 3. Though there was one year na I aspired to be in top 3 pero hindi na. Kumbaga, I was okay with being an average student academically. Parang nagustuhan ko na ma-meet lang yung average line. The goal. Pag na-hit ko na yun, what's the point in moving forward? So, yeah, yun yung elementary days, high school days ko. I didn't really aspire top 3. Hindi ko rin naman inisip na ang hirap kasi maka doon. Parang hindi ko nga tinry eh. Kumbaga, I mean, right now, I wish I would have given it a fair shot. No? And hindi rin naman dahil nasa isip ko na na it's such a huge mountain to climb. Kumbaga parang hindi siya appealing sa akin. Kumbaga, hindi siya maging valedictorian. Parang hindi siya naging appealing sa akin. And that's not to take yung achievements ng iba down na. I'm just me. Okay, ito lang, ano ko lang naman to. I'm just trying to figure out kung nasan yung utak ko back then and being a valedictorian was not on the list. No? Hindi ko siya inasam. Though yes, nami-mention ng parents ko na, uy, strive for sana maging valedictorian. Sana man lang umakyat kami sa stage, yun. Gusto kong umakyat sa stage. Yun yung parang, doon. Pero hindi naman ako pinressure enough na umakyat sa stage. And that's not a shade on my parents, no? Talagang hindi siya na-imprint sa akin to chase that dream. Actually nga nung high school ako, I didn't have a dream. Kumbaga parang, I just had a, a mission. Kasi yun lang nasa isip ko eh. Don't graduate late. Don't graduate late. Naga-rhymes yun. Naga-rhyme yun. Yun lang naman yung goal ko dun eh. Pero during the high school days, may mga side quests ako. I enjoyed yung ginagawa naming National Student Convention. Yun yung talaga, actually kung meron man akong laging highlight or talagang inaasam sa bawat school year, it's the National Student Convention. Kasi doon ako parang, feeling ko doon ako valedictorian. Sorry, excuse me. Parang sa bagay, kung titignan ko nga, wala akong pakialam sa academics. May pakialam ako sa NSC. Okay, so ano ba yung NSC, no? Basta in a nutshell, para siyang Olympics ng mga high school students. Yun na yung best, ko dun. Yun na yung best description ko nun. Para siyang Olympics na may platform or public speaking competitions. Kasi pag sinabi mong Olympics, puro sports yun eh. So, ang NSC may high school Olympics with public speaking. And yun lang pala. And music competition. So, grabe, naalala ko yun. I read, sa bagay, okay, it's all coming back to me. Kumbaga, what motivated me to change schools talaga is nung kinwento sa akin ng kuya ko na, meron itong school na to, nag-hold to ng mga national student conventions. Okay? And ang ginagawa, lahat ng mga estudyante mag-hotel sa ibang bansa or on a national level. Syempre may international student convention. Pero that alone, game na ako eh. Imagine hanging out with your high school friends in a hotel room. Yun lang naman. And then, may mga competitions. And then, doon ako nasanay. Doon ako nahasa, no? Sa kung ano man yung ginagawa ko ngayon. I think I'm on the art side of things. Kasi nag-compete ako sa illustrative. Yun yung pinakauna kong event. Illustrative storytelling. Kasi somehow nilagay ako doon. And I don't know the reason. Maybe I'll ask my pastor about it. What did you see in me na out of all the events, it could be, well, hindi basketball. Could be okay, stop na tayo sa sports. Wala tayo sa sports. Chess? Or kasi ang daming events eh. Pero ngayon, ang curious ako kung what did you see sa akin, yung pastor director namin, no? Yung pinaka-head that really just chooses the students kung anong events they would excel at. Tapos binigay sa akin is the illustrative storytelling. So, ano ba ang illustrative storytelling? Since kami under the School of Tomorrow Philippines, so we're a born again Christian school, and So, yung mga storytelling namin based on the Bible characters. Or not necessarily Bible, not limited to Bible characters, but has that Christian value there. Tapos yun yung binigay sa akin na event. Illustrative storytelling. So parang yung scripts ko sa storytelling ako sa mga bata. Pero walang mga bata. Mag-perform ako sa judges. And I had an up and actually may down and up ako sa event na yun. Pero yun yung event ko that I identified with, or kumbaga it was parang naramdaman ko na ito ata yung event na in some ways na ako parang na-own ko siya. Kasi at first compete ako, my first year or my first attempt or my first competition ng NSC. So nag-storytelling ako, and then yung script ko was The Giving Tree. Nakalimutan ko na, but so I pinerform ko siya. Script and actions were talagang kung ano yung tinuro. And I don't blame them. Kasi talo ako doon eh. Wala yata. Sobrang last place yata ako doon. Sa first try ko. And parang yun yung una kong kasi hindi ko pa alam kung paano eh. Wala pa akong confidence in myself eh. And then nung hindi ako nag-place, that hurt me. Hindi ako masaya. And pero yung second attempt ko at it, nag-6th place ako, and I don't wanna keep talking about myself, no? Pero anyway, what am I trying to say? Parang fake artist, no? Siguro I just felt a little discouraged lang yesterday. Na parang when you see people na para kasi yung mga nakasabayan ng mga kaibigan that studies in the same field, in the creative arts area, nakita ko parang para sa akin, they don't need to excel eh. Alam mo yun? Meron akong kaibigan, graphic artist, and then pinigure out niya kung saan siya pupunta eh. And then right now, meron na siyang thing. Alam mo yun? Meron siyang what he is good at. And not necessarily yung kanyang calling to do, pero he likes making tattoos and he's doing well all the way sa Vancouver. Or hindi ko alam kung basta Canada. And I felt so happy na nag-excel siya doon, and it's the thing he loves. And meron din ako isa pang kaibigan nung first job ko. She was an artist. She did so well sa After Effects. She was a motion graphics artist. And then she moved all the way to Japan and really just held on sa kanyang interests and her own being, no? Kung talagang kinilala niya kung ano ba talaga yung trip niya sa buhay, and she's excelling so much sa mundo ng VR, ng Instagram filters. Gumagawa siya ng filters. Inaaral niya yun. I think it was self-studied, no? Maybe, I haven't talked to her in a while, pero I bet it was self-study. Knowing her, self-study yun, and it was just a huge portion, I bet, was self-study. And I just feel so happy for her. Na parang, ikaw yan. Yan yung parang naka-etch ka sa stone ng mga magagaling gumawa ng filter. And hindi niya kailangan makilala ng buong tao. And I feel that she really didn't care about the fame that she's having or the attention that I just know na pag gumawa siya ng Instagram filter na yun, it's her. It's originally her. Because once upon a time, she was a good friend of mine. You know? And yung mga arts na ginagawa niya, it's good. It's her. Okay? She had a unique sense of humor that I find funny then. And I like that. And I like that for her. Na-enjoy ko nga yung namin, mga kalokohan namin before. But, yeah. Nagsalita siya sa Graphica Manila. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, no? Pero, she was a speaker. And that's how you know na you're doing something correct. Not necessarily it, no? Pero that's a huge clue or hint na look, you're going in the right direction. And ayoko naman I don't want to feel sorry for myself. Ayoko naman na maging sub story itong podcast episode, pero I'm just really in my feelings ngayon. Kumbaga, parang sometimes I feel like I'm just chasing a trend, no? What works or why I'm podcasting or why did I even suggest to podcast? It's because of I listen to a lot of podcasts. May mga heroes ako sa podcast. This past weekend with Theo Von, favorite comedian ko. And sometimes meron akong mannerism yun na nakukuha ko dito sa podcast. Panoorin mo na lang. Panoorin mo yung podcast niya. Panoorin mo yung podcast na to. Maybe there is some semblance. And it's just how I wanted to be, no? What I see is kumbaga, nakikita ko kasi they're having fun and I find it fun and that's why I'm here. I'm podcasting. Game development, siguro at this point, hindi ko pa naman siguro nasasabi, no? I'm a fan of video games talaga. And yun yung so far, constant sa buhay ko. Kumbaga, I really enjoy and talagang immersed ako when I play video games. And sometimes, kinakahiya ko siya. And sometimes nga, I would always say na meron akong video game addiction eh. And minsan kiniklaim ko yun just to say that na meron akong addiction. But I think hindi naman. I think I can manage. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung healthy amount, pero I think I'm not as addicted to it compared to previous years. Ayun. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung sinasabi ko ngayon. I'm just laying some feelings out there and hopefully it turns into a podcast. That's what's really happening naman talaga with sa mga episodes natin. Sometimes it's a profound episode. Sometimes ganado ako with sharing wisdom. But right now, I just feel like sharing where I'm at. No? Fake artist. Yun yung paulit-ulit sa utak ko kahapon. Last night. And it made me feel bad. No? Parang, made me reflect kung, wait, ang ingay yata nun. Shouldn't play around with this. It made me play around. What am I saying? Nakasombrero ako ngayon. Yun pala yung in case hindi mo na-notice, nakasombrero ako and wala lang, nakita ko lang yung monitor ko and sorry, I'm a little distracted and just wanna keep reaching where my heart's at right now and share it. Sorry. Pero I'm trying. And that's what's okay naman, no? I'm trying my best naman to figure out where I am. There was a time, no, na meron kaibigan sa Canada na ang galing niya eh. Parang matangkad siya na French. Para siyang si Rudy Gobert na sa NBA, no? And feeling ko nga, parang pwede ka ba ako magkaroon ng kaibigan na ganong katangkad? Parang hindi match. Pwede ba ako magkaroon ng kaibigan na ganong katangkad? Magkakaroon ba kami ng okay na conversation na every time na nag-uusap kami? Pero oo, nangyari siya. Ang tangkad niya eh. Parang lagi ako nakatingala pagkausap ko siya. And okay lang. Okay, ganito. Parang, hindi ko alam kung 6-footer siya, no? Or 6. Higher than that, I bet. And nagtataka ako sa kanya kung bakit sa sobrang tangkad niya, hindi siya yung backpack niya, hawak lang niya sa strap. And then, hindi niya inaangat. Ganyan lang. Parang, as if naka-deadlift. Dine-deadlift niya yung backpack niya. And hindi sumasayad sa floor. Garon siya mag-backpack. Kaya nga siya backpack eh. Ilalagay mo siya sa likod mo. Bakit mo dine-deadlift yung backpack mo? Ayun lang, isang detail sa kanya, no? Kung gaano siya katangkad. Just for you to imagine kung gaano siya katangkad na siyang nagde-deadlift siya ng backpack. Tapos hindi sumasayad sa floor. Nasa legs or thighs niya yung nagsiswing yung backpack. And ganun siya mag-backpack. Ganun niya dalhin yung gamit niya. And sinusubukan ko sa kanya. Sinubukan ko nga actually nagawin yung style niya na yun. Pero hindi sumasayad sa floor eh. Pag ginawa ko. Masyado akong malapit sa lapag. Yung height ko. Pero ganun siya katangkad. Tapos French pa siya. Baba ng boses niya. Pero anyway, why did I bring him up? Parang isa siya sa mga tiningalaan ko for unapologetically being himself. Kasi siya lang ang nakikita ko na gumamit ng backpack. Imagine mo ganun ka magdala ng backpack mo. Meron kang straps para sa likod. Pero hindi eh. Hindi yata yun yung brand niya eh. Yung pinaka-brand niya, pag magdadala siya ng backpack, hindi nga purse yun eh. As in, imagine a JanSport backpack. Hinahawakan mo sa pinaka-edge niya. Ang haba nun. Tapos hindi sumasayad sa floor. Ganun siya magbitbit ng backpack. And magaling siya sa arts. Well, anyway, so meron akong, here's a story, about him. He's just so immersed, or he just knows what he's doing when it comes to what he likes in arts. And just, naalala ko lang siya kasi, where I'm at is, I don't know where I am. And there was a time, na sabi niya, sama ka sa akin. In a very deep English voice. French siya. Sama saan. Parang ganun. Would you, hey, come with me, there's, ganun siya. Ha 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 ha. Ganun. So, ang baba ng boses niya, and yeah. Hindi ko siya inaasar. Namimiss ko nga siya eh. Sama ka sa akin, meron tayong pupuntahan na art gallery. There's a lot of artists there, and they do installations, and just come with me. Let's hang out. Sa kanya, yeah. Sure. Wala akong ginagawa nung araw na yun, and pakiramdam ko it's a call to adventure. And naging adventure nga siya kasi so on the way there nag-subway SkyTrain, nag-SkyTrain kami, and then hindi ko alam para siyang pagkasama mo siya parang may funny characters lang talaga na nag-gravitate towards sa'yo. May mga tao lang na biglang lalapit na magkakaroon ng event. Kasi hindi naman to usually nangyayari sa akin. Madalas ako nagsa-SkyTrain. Actually, yun nga yung main source of kumbaga MRT. Yung MRT ng Vancouver nun. Madalas ako dun eh. Yun yung main source ng transportation ko. Going around sa Vancouver, no? And wala namang pumapansin sa akin. Pero that one time, talaga nag-a-attract siya ng mga crazy characters. And it's unfair to say that they're crazy pala. Hindi ko alam. Quirky characters. Kasi, nung kasama ko siya, meron babae. And hindi, okay. May babae na parang making me feel uncomfortable. Kasi parang, titignan niya ako eh. Tititigan niya ako na parang binigyan ko na siya ng hey, how you doing? Parang hindi ako nagsalita pero parang yung kilay ko nagsalita. Yung basta inangat ko lang parang I acknowledge you. So and you acknowledge me. So can we move on na sa kung anong ginagawa natin and stop staring at me? Yun yung sinasabi ng kilay ko nun. Pero hindi siya nagbe-break ng eye contact. Hindi naman eye contact. Basta parang may titignan siya sa akin. And then parang nagsalita na siya. Yung babae, sabi niya kasi, I like your boots. Sabi niya sa akin, I like your boots. Bota in Tagalog. And hindi ko alam kung ano yung response doon. Kasi ang alam ko lang, I'm doing fine. Parang, how's your day? Great, cool. Move on na. Pero ano yung response ko sa I like your boots? Ang nireply ko dun, oh thanks, you have good pair of shoes too. Hindi maganda yung shoes niya nun. Automatic lang. Ang dumi ng shoes niya nun. So, ang sabihin. And I just really, it didn't come from a place of honesty. Binalik ko lang yung, and hindi ko naman na-assess eh. I could have looked for something na maganda sa kanya. Pero, piningpong ko lang yung boot compliment niya sa kanyang footwear. Parang, return, serve. Alam mo yun ba yung tawag sa tennis? Piningpong ko lang babalik sa kanya. Twitch yan eh. Parang kasi yung utak ko nun nasa I'm okay, I'm fine, thanks. Kailangan quick reply eh, pero binigyan niya ako ng curveball doon. I like your boots. Sabi ko niya, those are good boots too. Hindi naman siya naka-boots. Pero anyway, sorry, na-stuck ako doon na. Wala pa akong salamin. So lumapit yung kaibigan kong French, no? Lumapit siya, sabi niya, she's trying to compliment you. Ganun. Parang sinasabi niya sa akin na, baka type ka niya, tol. Tapos sabi ko lang sa babae, parang, thanks. Tara, alis na tayo. Pero, lame story. But it was interesting. It was an interesting exchange. Tapos, naalala ko na pumunta kami sa isang madilim na eskanita, no? And then, para kaming, hindi ko nga alam, mukha siyang lugar sa movies na kung saan, or, alam mo kung saan tinatago yung mga hostage. Para siyang warehouse. Pag kunwaring, kung saan maglalaban sila Lito Labit o sila Philip Salvador noon. Magbabarilan sila sa warehouse. Doon kami pumunta and then pababa lang kami ng pababa. Dumi, tapos basta parang saan tayo pupunta? Saan kami, kung ano, ang daming pinto. Maraming pintuan na bumukas. Parang papasok kami dito and then maglalakad kami kondes, magbubukas siya ng pinto and then papasok kami doon. Pero parang on the 7th door na binuksan namin, parang nagkaroon ng art gallery bigla. Tapos may mga fancy folks doon with their art installations and may couch doon na nag-uusap-usap sila ng mga Mona Lisa, lalalala. Ganun sila hindi ko alam. Basta ganun sila mag-uusap ng talking about arts and I felt out of place. Para akong pumasok sa Jollibee nang gusto ko ng McDo. That does not make sense. Or, para akong pumasok, parang gusto ko ng cheeseburger, tapos pumasok ako sa LTO. Parang ganun yung nangyari. I stuck out. No? Like a sore thumb. Yun nga yung sabi nila dun eh. And, well, para lang ako, okay, I'll treat it like a museum. Browse ka lang. Ang galing ng mga, ganda ng mga paintings. Pero I was just confused on why I was there. And syempre, yung kaibigan, yung French kaibigan ko, dangling yung kanyang backpack, no? Talking to his people. And talagang immediately nag-glue siya and he's part of the crowd and ako parang feeling ko yan talaga I'm so out of place, talagang OP. So talagang sineclude ko yung sarili ko sa isang area ng gallery na yun to just stare at this picture, no, na parang ba't ba ako sumama? Pero walang walang ending yata eh. Open-ended yung story na to, no? Kasi yun lang yung nangyari. That feeling of being out of place was is the same feeling I am still feeling right now. Na parang nasa lugar ako ng mga professionals that know, parang ako nasa lugar na alam nila yung mga ginagawa nila. And here I am, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't belong here. Tawag doon ay, ang tawag doon? Um, Imposter syndrome. Um, I don't know. Hindi ko alam. Honestly, I don't know kung how I would combat itong feelings ko right now. No, I just feel like I'm such an imposter sometimes. Sometimes I feel encouraged. Sometimes I feel na I am where I am. Pero, yesterday was just, ano sa akin, and hanggang ngayon, I just feel like parang I'm still searching for what I want to do. But podcasting right now is fun for me. Kumbaga, ito kasi yung place kung saan I get to do whatever this is, no? And I share it. Parang madalas kasi I keep it to myself kung ano yung mga nararamdaman ko, and a lot of times kinakausap ko lang yung sarili ko. So ito na siya. This is how I talk to myself. May imagine ko na lang may kausap ako. You guys, the listeners. Man. It's not one of those, parang fun episodes that I thought, no, na I get to just crack some nonsense. Pero siguro talagang may mga episodes na it's going to be like this, where I'm trying to figure out, or I'm trying to weather a storm or a discouragement. I know na yung nafe-feel ko is temporary. I know na that I am doing well. I know sa sarili ko na I don't have to rush into the place that I really want to be in. And I know na, hey, I need to be okay where I am right now. Yun siguro yung the best way of self-medicating this anxiety, or I know I'm okay where I am. And I don't have to feel na I'm out of place. Nandun ako sa art gallery na yun. I felt out of place, pero I was invited to go there. Maybe I'm just fun to be around. Who knows? And I guess okay lang din naman ma-OP eh. Yeah. So where am I at? What do we want to talk about pa? I don't know. I guess ayun na yun. Today, what's in my heart pala? Sige, let's keep searching for more. I think there's more. Meron pa sa episode na to. I just search pa ako konti. I wanna be kumbaga, as honest as I can sa podcast na to, and just a lot of it magiging self-reflections. And I hope some way, if you feel somehow, if you feel that you're disconnected, or if you feel the same way I feel, no, na you're out of place, well, you're not the only one, no. I'm here. I feel out of place. I feel that I don't belong sa place na gusto kong mabelong, and it's in the creative side, no? I've always considered myself as an artist, and may mga times na I felt like an artist, pero ito yung mga moments na I don't feel like one. Feel like I'm pretending to just be one. Pero it's weird dahil, well, pinili ako out of all the events to be the illustrative storyteller. And I excelled. I won first place after 3 years of trying to compete. Parang from no place, and then my second attempt was 6th place, and then yung third attempt ko first place. And David and Goliath piece pa yun. And grabe nga kumbaga parang sobrang sakto lang actually ng piece ko na yun, na it's a David and Goliath story. And I really wanted to fight the Goliath, no? Figuratively. I really wanted to excel. And thank God I got a taste of the first place. So I think what I'm saying is sometimes you may feel na out of place ka, pero you're in the right place. You were invited there, you were redirected kung nasaan ka ngayon. Bago nga ako, ito nga yung crazy dito kumbaga, pag ako nga yung pumili, feeling ko out of place ako Here's one, sorry. Nangangati na yung ulo ko There was one instance, no, na sa college, ang pinili ko, kasi since mahilig ako sa computer, kasi video games, pinili ko IT. IT yung course ko nun. Yun yung pipiliin ko sana talaga. And, naka-enroll na ako, and yung course ko ay IT, Systems and Software. Major in Systems and Software. So, baka game developer na ako ngayon Pero I just felt na the Lord had different plans sa akin Somehow, bago ako, parang a week before ako pumasok sa first day of college ko, yung pinsan ko sinabi na lang sa akin na parang, Ton, subukan mo kaya yung multimedia arts nila dun. Maganda yung multimedia arts nila dun. I think you should try it. And parang may nag-speak sa akin nung day na yun, parang, alam mo, in a way, gusto ko dun. Parang bigla akong, ang bilis ko, parang ako nabudol. Parang, I guess it's because nung high school, yun nga, illustrative storytelling, I did scripture video, so ang scripture video is parang gumagawa ka ng video version ng isang passage sa Bible. Yun lang. And I enjoyed it. Na-enjoy ko yung creative process. Pero pinili ko sa college course ko IT. And for some reason, nire-route ako back to what I find fun nung high school. So is that the Lord telling me na what I chose isn't the right way? IT? Na parang nire-route ako ng pinsan ko. That actually made sense sa akin. At least at that time, no? Alam mo, may mga times nga na parang, ano ba yan? Ba't pa kasi ako nilihis ng landas ng pinsan ko Kung IT ako ngayon, feeling ko milyonaryo na ako Sabi kasi nila na parang walang pera sa arts. And in some ways, that may ring true. Pero of course not. Of course, depende naman yun. Pero kasi, I get why they would say that about the art field na walang pera. Kasi feeling ko sobrang, I wouldn't say competitive, pero you really have, if you're in arts, no, kumbaga you really have to stand out. Na parang, you are this person. Parang everyday dapat ikaw si Steven Spielberg. Everyday dapat ikaw si Martin Scorsese. Kailangan ikaw yun. You are that guy. And that's my opinion. Pero what I'm saying is, I feel out of place, pero ang weird nung thought na yun, no? Parang you feel out of place sa lugar kung saan ka nilagay. Kasi, I guess going back to my story na about dinala ako, hindi naman ako yung pumunta dun eh. Dinala ako ng kaibigan ko. Hilton, you have to join me. With yung backpack niya na lagi ko siyang inaasar dun eh. Parang bakit binibit-bit yung backpack mo na ilagay mo sa back mo? Pero hindi. Gusto niya on brand siya. Ide-deadlift ko to Hilton in a French accent. I'm a deadlift it. Hindi yata French yun. Pero he was very, it seemed nga sa akin na parang you are the right person to join me in this art na maraming pintuan na bubuksan. You are the right person. He could have invited anyone else or ako lang yata yung fun friend niya. Ang dami niyang kaibigan sa eskwelahan and he invited me. And kaming dalawa lang, parang ang date eh. He invited me to the place that I felt out of place. Baka hindi niya ako ganun kakilala. O ang galing lang ng imposter syndrome ko. Na ang galing ko lang mag-pretend that I know what I'm doing. Pero, I don't know. It's, I think may purpose. And I guess I'll leave it to that, no? If you feel like na you're out of place, don't know where you are, pero a lot of times kasi doon ka dinala, I guess. And hindi ikaw yung mismo ang nagdesisyon to walk that path. You were redirected there. At least for me, no? At least para sa akin, parang all roads go to creative or creative arts. All roads went there. Even though pilitin ko man na mag-IT bigla, some reason bigla akong nire-route. And how could you feel out of place to the place where so kung saan ka nilagay, no? That's such a, di ko alam kung profound wisdom ba yun or suddenly nagkaroon ako ng parang feeling about we are not of this world eh. And that's what the Bible's saying, no? We are not of this world. And I guess that's why we feel out of place. And that's why I feel na I'm an imposter sa lugar na to. Because I am not of this world nga pala, no? I am a citizen of heaven. And that's encouraging, no? That's a thought. And I leave it at that, no? I like that thought. You're not of this world. Pero you were placed here. And you don't know why. And hindi mo alam. Hindi mo alam kung bakit ka pinlace dito. Kasi nilagay ka dito. Nilagay ka lang sa dito. And you feel out of place. Hindi ko alam kung paano tayo magiging comfortable. No. Pero I'm sure, siguro ito na lang yun. I'm sure in some ways, you will piece together what makes sense. Just like how I felt nung sinabi sa akin ng pinsan ko na maganda sa multimedia, parang na-connect the dots ko. Parang, bakit ako mag-IT though I like systems and software? It kind of makes more sense sa akin to pursue the arts kasi I enjoyed public speaking. I enjoyed making videos. Sometimes you will feel out of place pero maybe you're in the right place. Pero I guess magkakaroon pa ako ng mga episodes where I feel out of place. Kasi I am not of this place. And yun na lang yun. I wanna end it there. Thank you for watching. No, this has been episode 14 of the Tinton Podcast. Dating gawi. May email dyan. Please send me any questions you'd like to ask. Video questions, audio questions. tintonproductions@gmail.com. And I hope you like this episode. Medyo sub story, medyo feeling sorry for myself episode, pero I hope you enjoyed it. And that is it. Salamat.